Hi everyone. Let me just check my volume settings. Okay. So we're going to be using a rider weight today. We are going to start with a general message, and then if we've got time at the end, we'll do some personal questions as well. So let me just double check this is working. Give it a few moments for people to join, and then we'll get started. Okay, so yeah, I can see that that is working. Right, I think let's begin. So we're going to use rider weight, like I said, and we are just going to see what message we need to hear. I am live. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. So we're going to get stuck in, and let's see what we need to hear. Okay. Good news, we are starting with the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new beginning. This is something solid, something stable. The Ace of Pentacles to me always feels like a gift. It feels like something physical. So whether this is a physical gift that you are being given or an opportunity, or whether this is a beginning which you know is going to lead towards something stable, something material, something tangible. The Ace of Pentacles, I'm hearing promise. I feel like this is a promise of abundance. This is spirit saying you're going to be rewarded. You're going to be given something which is financially rewarding, something which is a career opportunity, or a beginning which finally feels like I can build on this. This is something stable. This is leading to more opportunities. It's leading to like some kind of just beautiful garden where I just feel like there's so much to harvest. There's so many flowers in bloom. So you're entering a time of abundance and joy. And the thing is with this Ace of Pentacles is it's kind of coming out of nowhere, but at the same time, you feel it coming. You feel things becoming more grounded, becoming more stable. You might feel really anchored at the moment. So you might feel like you're almost being like tethered to earth, is the best way I can describe it. Like your feet are firmly on the ground. If you are someone who daydreams a lot, then maybe recently you've been finding that like your imagination has been a little bit blocked, or even like maybe your creative energies felt a little bit stagnant, or like there's barriers there to creativity. Well, I actually just feel it's almost like your guides are like putting their hands on your shoulders and kind of like pushing you down and being like, stay grounded because something's coming. Um, so there's a very good reason as to why this is happening the way that it is. And if you have felt a little bit disconnected from your intuition, or if you usually get a lot of kind of like psychic visions and that's been blocked recently, like I said, I really do feel like you are being encouraged to be grounded. Sounds better than forced to being grounded, doesn't it? You're being encouraged to be grounded, and you are almost being blinkered so you don't see what is coming, and so you don't see kind of how this is going to develop. But that Ace of Pentacles, I do feel this is a gift. This is a reward for all of your hard work, everything that you've invested. I don't know if you felt under pressure recently, but I keep wanting to sigh. I keep wanting to be like, oh, that's a weight lifted. So this Ace of Pentacles, this beginning, it's gonna feel like a weight lifted. It's going to feel like you can finally relax. You can finally breathe fresh air. And it's interesting because I feel like, when you're breathing in hot air, or there's not a lot of oxygen in a space. I'm feeling that claustrophobic feeling, and I'm being told that's coming to an end. So if you found it difficult, like keep your head above the water recently, all of that is going to come to an end, and we're going to see this beginning, which, like I said, it's a gift, it's stable, it's tangible. It could be materially related as well. So this could be money, coming in, or like I said, a work opportunity. So I am excited to see how this develops and how this comes about for you. If this is romantic, then it's definitely something which you feel like you can trust, you can build upon this. But like I said, this is kind of going to come out of nowhere. So let's see, the Star. This is exactly what you've been wishing for, what you've been hoping for. The Star tells me that you've done a lot of work recently on being more authentic, on being more vulnerable. It's easy to put up barriers and to try to like fool ourselves into believing everything's okay, I'm fine. And, we're constantly told our thoughts manifest. So we're constantly told that like we need to think positively, we need to think aligned thoughts, but we also need to honor our emotions. Sometimes we're so busy telling ourselves, I'm okay, that we are disconnected from our heart space. We're disconnected from how we really feel. So recently, you could have had a lot coming to the surface, but maybe you were struggling with really connecting to those emotions, or you were struggling to like release them, because we have to feel something if we want to release it. And the Star tells me if you've really worked on that, there's now a beautiful flow here. The Star tells us that you are surrendered, you are really aligned with like a higher path here. You're really aligned with your higher self. The Star, this is a wish coming true. This is us being vulnerable. It's us being surrendered, relaxed, releasing our expectations, and enjoying the abundance that we deserve. So this energy today, it feels like a wish coming true. It feels like something we have hoped for is manifesting. Trying to get a time frame on this. I'll look into the timing of it in a moment, but I'm feeling a month, and I don't know if that means this month or it just means over the next kind of 4 weeks or so. So let's give it a bit of a longer time frame. Let's say up until kind of the end of June. I do feel you're going to start to see signs of your rewards coming in, signs of abundance. Whatever you are wishing for now, it's really working. So this is the perfect time for you to connect with your hopes, your dreams. It's a perfect time for you to really kind of like put it out there. This is a really good time for you to start setting intentions and deciding, okay, what's next for me? What am I going to do next? This really does feel like it's a good opportunity for us to really reflect on what we are trying to align our energy with. I also see an opportunity for you to give back to someone. So someone may come to you and ask for help, and you are being encouraged to, if you can, lend a hand, because I really do feel that this will be rewarded as well. So if you find yourself in a position where you are able to help others, then, that could lead to some really exciting opportunities as well. We have the Empress coming through next. I think all the cards today are really hinting at just how aligned we are, how aligned we are becoming. Now, the Empress, she is very, very abundant. She's very successful. So you are earning your success. Like, you've put in the hard work. The Empress, like, she's not, she's not afraid of hard work. She builds her empire, but she knows when to sit back, when to attract. So you found a really good balance, or you are currently finding a really good balance of like, okay, how do I work hard and make things happen, but how do I also open my heart to receive? How do I let myself relax? I am someone who like, I have to be working hard, otherwise I feel like nothing's going to happen. And every time I reach some kind of burnout because of my approach to things, I always receive unexpected blessings when I finally switch off. And I feel Spirit's really emphasizing that today is like, you need to know when to sit back. You need to know when to relax. Do you think the Empress is running herself ragged? No. The Empress knows, like, okay, I've done enough for today. I'm going to put my feet up. I'm going to enjoy a massage. I'm going to practice a bit of self-care. I'm going to tend to my family. I'm going to see my friends. The Empress knows how to find that balance. And that's something that we're really being encouraged to work towards, is how to be balanced, how to make sure that we can maintain this Empress energy. We can stay in a place of abundance and alignment, and we can, obviously there's going to be times where we all have like dips, but the Empress generally, like, she stays on her throne, she wears her crown, she knows her worth, and that's something that we are being guided to work towards. Now the Empress, she represents good opportunities coming your way as well. So we definitely have a lot developing here. We have a lot of progress over the next kind of couple of weeks. I really do feel the next few weeks we're going to start to be rewarded for things which we have been working on since Aquarius season. So things that we've been working on since like pretty much the start of the year, we're going to start to see the rewards for that. So there could be things that you've been doing behind the scenes and you're like, where on earth is my money? Like, where's the love? Like, I've been working hard on this and nothing's happened. Well, you're going to start to see those rewards. We have the Tower. So the Tower always represents shake-ups. The Tower is divine intervention. The Tower is also breakthroughs. This is moments of illumination and clarity. So we're going to clarify this Tower, but this tells me that something's happening suddenly. I don't know why, but I feel the 17th of June. I don't know why, but I just feeling the 17th of June as significant. I'm trying to think, that's not a significant date for me, so I don't know what that is. But the 17th of June is significant here. So, look around for around that date. Now the Tower, yes, this is something happening very, very suddenly, quite unexpected. But it seems to be the breakthrough that we need. So let's see what is coming to light with this Tower. How is this going to affect us? We have the Two of Pentacles. So, and we have the Ace of Swords. So there may have just been a Tower moment, or there could be about to be a bit of a Tower moment, a bit of a shake up here. Do not panic. Do not fear this. All this is doing is helping you find your balance. Sometimes we have to experience a bit of a shake up so we realize where we haven't been prioritizing important things. So I just said, sometimes I overwork to the point where I reach this burnout and it makes me physically sick. And those moments are always Tower moments for me to be like, you're not looking after yourself. So I don't know how this is going to show up for each of us, but there's going to be a moment here of revelation where we see how we can bring more balance into our lives. We may also see, okay, there's two opportunities here and we need to make a decision. So however this Tower moment happens, it will be different for each of us, but it's going to bring balance, it's going to bring choices, and it's going to bring breakthroughs here with that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords also represents clarity and victory, so this is going to be a really positive Tower moment. This is the kind of shake-up where it's a change that we need to happen. This is a change that we've likely been manifesting. I said when we stay aligned, when we work hard, things happen. Things start to happen, and I feel this Tower is like the universe bringing us something. It's like a bit of an earthquake, but it's bringing some kind of reward. And like I said, this is what you have attracted. This is what you've asked for. So you are on track to great success and reward. Lots of beginnings here. There can also be an important conversation coming up, which might very well shake things up. So if you are in a connection where maybe there's something which needs to be discussed, it's going to happen. It's going to happen here with this Ace of Swords. You're going to have that important conversation. Now this Two of Pentacles, it could be that there is a choice here that we need to make, or someone else needs to make, which affects us in some way. And that's very likely to happen, over the next few weeks. you're not going to be waiting long to start seeing the power of your choices and other people making important choices. And this Ace of Swords tells me that, you know, you are going to be attracting some kind of success, but also I'm really drawn to the crown here. It's like someone's recognizing you. Someone's like, yes, you are the Empress. It's like someone here is giving you this and they're acknowledging, I see your hard work, I see your value, I am crowning you as the Empress. You know, I see all of that now. So this could be someone seeing you in this amazing spotlight. And you may just, you know, be a little bit more appreciated and recognized for what you have done. So, you know, all of this is exactly what you deserve. You know, this is the result of, like I said, a lot of hard work since the start of this year, since Aquarius season in particular. And you're going to start to see a bit of good fortune for all of that, a bit of like, okay, things are going to start to turn in your favor. There's going to be like some really positive events which start to happen. So it's going to be exciting to see how that plays out. For a lot of you, like over the next few weeks, especially the next few months, you are going to be rewarded. So there may be one reward coming in, there may be multiple rewards coming in, but this is going to just help you feel a little bit more balanced and a little bit more stable in your current situation. So whether this is career, money, love related, or something more personal, it's going to be good. We're going to start to see some good fortune, which it's always nice, isn't it? So let's see, are there any more cards here that Spirit want to give us today? We have the Queen of Wands. No surprise here. She is very radiant. She's magnetic. The Queen of Wands, she attracts abundance and success. She's connected to her passions. She knows what she wants. The Queen of Wands, like, she knows what she's trying to achieve, what she's working towards. She's not afraid of kind of, you know, showing her passions a little bit. Like, she doesn't hide it. She owns it. So this Queen of Wands, she's very confident, very empowered. And I do feel like this is an energy that you are stepping into if you're not quite there already. And you may just start to feel a little bit more confident in your abilities, a little bit more self-assured. And this also could be something to work on. Maybe you do need to start using affirmations, which is going to make you believe, okay, I'm magnetic. I can attract this, you know, I can achieve anything. Because, you know, it's natural to doubt yourself. But this Queen of Wands, like, she believes in her ability. She believes in her vision. And I just feel like that's what we're all being encouraged to do a little bit more of. So maybe there's a little bit of work to get to this Queen of Wands energy. But it's something that, you know, a little bit of thought and effort every day, and we can achieve it. Now, I'm drawn to the cat here. The cat here is telling me independence. So I feel like you have spent some time living in someone's shadow, or just living in the shadow, you know, being a bit afraid of the spotlight. And actually, things are changing now. You're being pushed out of that shadow space and into the light a little bit, into a place where you're ready to do something independent, do something which is kind of either for personal gain, or maybe it's like a personal dream that you've always had. And you really are, you know, you really are creating an incredible future. I feel like you are looking ahead. You might be a bit of a visionary at the moment. You might have like a big dream, a big goal. Spirit's saying you're going to get there. You're going to get there, okay? Like, can't tell you how quickly, but you are well on your way. So I feel like today this is about keep moving forwards, embrace the rewards, and be confident in what you are trying to achieve. I am going to put these cards back, and we're going to look into love specifically, because I know that's a topic that a lot of you kind of want more clarity on. So we're going to see if there's any love messages which want to come out, or build on kind of what's come out so far. So I'm hearing someone's kicking themselves. So I don't know if this is something recent, if this is someone from your past, but someone's kicking themselves for not like speaking up sooner, or for not acting on something. So we'll see what that's about. It does sound like it's too good to be true. I can't believe the cards that are coming out. And like I said, this is what you've been working on for a while. It's not, you know, I started something last week, I'm expecting a big payout next week. It feels like this has been months of hard work and alignment as well. Now, romantically, Knight of Swords, in and out. Someone's in and out. Someone's got this in and out energy, a little bit non-committal, but at the same time, they want this. There's a desire, there's a drive. This Knight of Pentacles tells me there's going to be some quite quick developments happening in love. Is this person like ready to move forwards properly? Not too sure. That might become clearer as we pull some more cards. But I do feel someone is kicking themselves, as it's like things were moving forwards and I feel like someone pulled back really suddenly, really quickly. And I think they're kicking themselves for that. I think they are quite regretful for how they handle things or mishandle things. This person, like I said, they said something really bold. They were really like, let's move forwards, and then suddenly out of nowhere, they push the brakes a little bit too hard, and I just feel this person's quite regretful for that. So let's look into this person's energy at the moment, the High Priestess. We're not meant to know too much about this person, about what they are thinking, but Spirit is saying, look, this person's very connected to their intuition right now. They're listening to their spirit guides. And the High Priestess, I feel this person is becoming more balanced and they are likely kind of figuring things out. I think they pulled back because they maybe had some doubts or some insecurities, and they're now getting a bit more clarity to what they were doubting, what they were worried about. So it is likely that this person will try to make things right. They may very well reveal kind of the answers to the questions that you have. So if you find that, you've been wondering, okay, what's going to happen here? Like, what's next in love? Is this person coming back? Is it someone new? I just feel Spirit saying, like, you're going to have those answers soon. If someone's coming back, it is likely that they're going to come back quite quickly with that Knight of Swords. But if this is someone new as well, Nine of Cups, your wishes are going to come true. What you are hoping for, what you want to happen in love, you are going to have that. Now, this Nine of Cups tells me that the more that you believe in yourself, the more content you are, the more you just kind of are living a life that you love, you are attracting a romantic connection here, which is really aligned with that energy. So there's going to be some quite quick developments romantically. I do feel there is the energy of someone here wanting to return, but I think there's also an energy of like, okay, let's just embrace the mystery a little bit with that High Priestess. As long as this is going to make us happy, does it really matter how it shows up? As long as this is a wish come true, does it matter who it is or how it happens? But High Priestess is telling us, like, we need to enjoy the surprise a little bit. We need to kind of like just see how this comes to light, how this develops. Because good things are happening in love. And like I said, this very likely to be a bit of a wish come true, but it might show up in a way that, you don't expect. And that's okay. That just adds to the excitement. So guys, I am not feeling any more questions, any more cards. So if you have a personal question that you'd like me to look into, drop it in the comments, and I'll just spend like the next 10 minutes or so just answering some personal questions. So I know there's a little bit of like a lag on what I'm saying and then when it kind of comes through for you guys. So drop your questions in the chat box, and I'll just get through as many as I can. Oh, I feel out of breath after all that. It was a very exciting reading. So absolutely anything that you want to ask. Okay, they're all coming through. Nusha, how will things unfold with your university studies in the next 2 weeks? So let's see. Okay, Page of Cups, Two of Swords. Two of Swords is literally the next 2 weeks. So the Page of Cups tells me that, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to do. I feel like you are going to be quite busy kind of learning things, and you're going to be quite busy. Being quite curious as well. I feel like there is a lot that you are trying to figure out right now. So the next 2 weeks, you might find that you have more questions than answers. But the Page of Cups, this is like a surprise. There's like some kind of surprise happening over the next 2 weeks. Not something you're meant to know too much information about right now. But if things have felt quite stuck, stagnant here with this Two of Swords, if you found it quite difficult to make a decision, then the next 2 weeks, there seems to be a little bit of inspiration or an answer which kind of comes from nowhere. I also see you having a really good conversation with a professor or someone in a position of authority who might give you some good guidance or help you in some way. So that's kind of how I see the next 2 weeks developing, lovely. So it's definitely, you know, lots of progress, lots of just kind of like little surprises, I feel. So wrong, let's see. Life feels quite stagnant for you recently. You feel like you're in a transition period and you're isolated. When will there be a physical change, like a career change? Let's see. When will there be a change? Okay, Five of Cups. Absolutely lovely. This is quite disappointing energy. Like things are not going to plan. You know, it does represent, you know, that feeling quite isolated, feeling like, you know, you're kind of dwelling on the past, on maybe what could have been. So you said, when is there going to be a physical change? After this month. May is very much a month of you processing the disappointment, processing kind of just like what's not gone to plan, and also spending a bit of time on yourself. Like May's been like a bit of a month of grieving here for you, which obviously isn't nice, but you know, we all experience this at various points in time. Next month, it definitely feels like there's going to be a bit more excitement again. Just split the deck and we've got the Page of Wands. So next month is going to be more excitement, there's going to be more adventure, and that Page of Wands could very well be like a new connection or friendship or something, like an important connection here, which is going to end that period of isolation and just give you that spark and excitement that you're looking for. In terms of like a career change, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a change on the horizon. There is a change coming. I just feel like it, you know, this month is very much like just feel the emotions, release the heaviness, spend some time on your own, and things will get better after this month. Lisa, Scorpio, will isolation delays continue through June? Okay, let's have a look. King of Wands, no. Okay, this is a person. This is someone who has a lot of energy, enthusiasm. So the King of Wands, it's a card of action as well. Wands is action and fire. So it's very, very unlikely that you'll continue feeling this way throughout June. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Wands. So in June, there's like some kind of spark coming back. Maybe an opportunity to connect with someone. Maybe just kind of like you feeling a bit of a spark of inspiration. But the suit of Wands is very much like action. So in terms of like, will there be delays in June? No, it very much seems like there's going to be a lot of action and momentum gained in June. Brenda, what blessings are coming in? Brenda, let's see what blessings are coming in for you, lovely. Queen of Swords. Okay, you are going to be owning your truth more. So the biggest blessing coming your way, this is about you being less afraid to like speak up for yourself, to be authentic. You know, it seems like you already can like see through bullshit. You already like, you know, you're very, very intuitive, very psychic. But this is about you kind of owning that and trusting yourself a little bit more. I feel like you're going to start to see through kind of illusions or uncertainty, and you're just going to see the truth of a situation, see where your power lies, what you can do, what you can say. I'm also showing you signing a contract. So I think there's going to be some kind of blessing in terms of like a contract or a partnership here. There is a blessing in terms of, yeah, it's definitely a contract. It doesn't feel like you taking a new job, but more so like starting like a new partnership. Brittany, so let's look into this connection. So let's look into the connection between you and Scott. Okay, the world. So we're at a bit of a turning point right now. This tells me that some kind of chapter is completing and you are going to get a new beginning with him quite soon. Things may have been moving in cycles recently, so you could have felt like, oh, is it the same cycle which is repeating? What's going to happen? Is this going to have the same outcome? But actually, I'm being shown that, the two of you are entering a bit of a new chapter. Things are going to be different this time. There's more peace and harmony. I also see the two of you traveling, so I don't know if you've got a holiday booked together, but there's definitely going to be an opportunity to travel. I do feel like you're in a place where you love yourself a lot more than you did before. So you're in a place where you know your worth. You're not relying on him as much to kind of validate you or to give you that love, because you know how to give it to yourself now. So things are definitely changing between the two of you. I want to say that over summer, you're really going to start to feel more balanced, and there's going to be a lot more harmony in that relationship as well. So July seems to be a turning point for this. July seems to be a month where things feel a lot more settled, and you feel like the two of you are kind of back on track a little bit and able to work towards kind of building a future here, or at least talking about, let's make some plans a bit further down the line. Karina, will you find a job soon? Looking outside your comfort zone but can't find one. Perfume shops and office jobs. Perfume. I've been getting messages about perfume all day. So I really do feel there is a connection there with perfume, because I just did not understand what this message was. It's been coming to me since this morning. So, oh, thank you for the donation, lovely. So let's have a look. Karina, will you find that job soon? It's absolutely, like, perfume is just what I'm feeling here. Page of Pentacles, yes. Yes, you will. There is definitely a job coming your way, Karina. I feel like this is an opportunity which is going to require you to, like you said, leave your comfort zone. You're going to have to work hard. This is not something which will necessarily come super easy. So it might be that you face a little bit of, like, I don't want to say rejection, but it feels like it's not going to be the first one you apply for. I kind of feel there's a couple of setbacks, and every time you get a setback, I want you to remind yourself, okay, it's not for me. What's meant for me is not going to pass me by. Because Page of Pentacles, there's a really good opportunity here. One which leads to, like, either better career progression or more opportunities to make money. And that's the one which is meant for you. It's a job where you're going to be able to grow with the job. So, whatever rejection you do experience, like, it's not for you. But things are going to become unstuck quite soon. I actually feel that you might even get news within, like, the next week. I really do feel like there's something coming in the next, like, 7 days, 14 days at a push. But I really feel within the next week, you're going to get some kind of news about work. Oh, I'm so out of breath at the moment. So I will do one more, and next one is Linda. So, is it a possibility to invite your DM? So let's see. Yeah, the rejection makes sense, Karina, but it's not for you. I feel something good happening, honestly, within the next week or so. It doesn't feel like you've got a long time to wait. But that rejection can kind of knock our confidence a little bit, and your guides are saying, like, just remind yourself, it's not for you. So let's see, Linda. Is it a possibility to invite your DM? Judgment, you can definitely send the invite. Whether or not your DM comes is a different matter. But it is a possibility to invite them. And I do feel with that Judgment card, Spirit saying this is a good opportunity. It's a celebration, something fun, something kind of lighthearted. I do feel like your DM right now is kind of struggling a little bit, so might not want to be around something so social. By sending the invite, you're opening up the lines of communication, and you're bridging the gap as well, just creating an opportunity to connect. And it might be that your DM says, like, oh, I'm not feeling up for a party right now, but maybe we could, like, go for a walk or do something else. So I just feel it's a good idea to invite them, even if they don't accept the invite. It seems like it's going to bring about some kind of awakening for your DM, or some kind of conversation which needs to happen. So that's all that I am going to be able to get through today, guys. But thank you for joining me. I think I'm going to do my lives here on YouTube going forward. it's much easier for me to see comments and just kind of monitor the live as well. So that's my logic moving forward. So hopefully this works for everyone, but thank you so much for watching today. If you missed if you missed the main reading, you can watch it back. But yeah, I will let you guys know the day and time for next week. So thanks for being here, and I will see you soon.